One of the most important skills you can learn as a home cook trying to lose weight is learning how to make lower calorie versions of food you already really enjoy. And today we're gonna make my go-to 500 calorie burger recipe that I've been eating for almost the past decade and has helped me sustain weight loss from 240 pounds down to around 175 or 180, depending on the year. So let's cook. Okay, so very, very simple. We're gonna break down everything. We'll have the macros exactly. I'll show you how I kind of weigh this out. Smash burger, burger sauce. To start, 93.7 ground beef. And then for me, so I'm gonna use 5 ounces, and I'm gonna do that with two 2.5 ounce balls. So there is 2.4, there's 2.5. Get up to 5 here. Yep, just 5, perfect. And then why I like to do again, I think this is part of it too, like when you have 2 patties, you can add a slice of cheese in between. And again, 93.7 ground beef, like if you eat it side by side to an 80-20 ground burger, like a plain one, it's better. Like there's no, it just is. Like you get the nice juiciness and the fattiness in it, and it really does taste better if you taste them side by side. You can't really get around that. But at the same time, if you are using 80-20 or 73-27 ground beef, it is much, much higher in calories. Yeah, little sprinkle on top of these, and then we'll go ahead and smash them. And then, actually, I'm just gonna let these sit here for a second. I'll make the burger sauce very, very quickly. So this is kind of my go-to burger sauce that I like to make. And what I do for this is some pickles and some diced red onions. And then for our sauces, we're gonna do mayo, mustard, and ketchup. So mayo, mustard, ketchup's in the pantry. And then, so for this, again, you know, we gotta be cognizant of our mayo. This is where a lot of the calories come from. So we're just gonna use a little like 5 gram squirt. A little 5 gram squirt, you know? Ketchup, we're gonna go a little bit more. So I'm gonna do 10 grams. And then a little bit of tang from the mustard. We'll do 5 grams of this. So there are base components. Then a little sprinkle of smoked paprika. And I do recommend smoked for this. Obviously regular paprika will work. And then to chop these up, lost my knives. We'll do a little bit of pickle. Then just kind of dice that up pretty finely if you can, preferably. And then that's plenty for what I'm using. A little snack for the chef. And then very similar with the onion. Don't need a ton. And then this is one of those that I do recommend using red onion. You just get a little bit more of that raw onion bite, as we learned from the onion deep dive video. So there's our onion. Oh, and then I do have this preheating back here. I don't know if I mentioned that. Because this burger comes together really quickly, so kind of need to make the sauce first. And then just like that. Again, it's a little bit of like it's almost a mix between like relish raw onion with the burger sauce. And that smoked paprika is just a nice like hint of smokiness in there. But that's gonna give us a lot of that moisture that we're missing from not using a high-fat burger. Okay, so 2 slices of American cheese. These are like 40 calories each. If you don't want to use American cheese, don't use American cheese. But let's go sear these things. So big key here, you definitely want to have this like ripping hot as you can. So right now this is at like 500 degrees, which is perfect. So and then give it that little smash. And then just flip it over. And that just helps it so it doesn't stick to the bottom if you do that little slight sear first. No stickage, we're good. And I mean, part of the reason why this is the go-to is just how quickly these cook. I mean, maybe 45, 60 seconds. All I'm looking for is a nice little sear on it. I give us another a sprinkle on the other side. Don't need much, just a little. And really by smashing, you actually make those nice little contact points where we are looking for the Maillard reaction to happen. So let's give this one a flip. Again, you gotta make some sacrifices here. When you're using 93 7-ground beef, you're not gonna be able to get as nice browning if you did have that full fat ground beef. Then all we do, slice of cheese on the second one you flip, just because it'll take a second longer to cook. And then since I flipped this one first, I put the cheese on that one. Then I'll stack them up. And yeah, I mean, like I said, these are so thin, they should cook almost instantly. So let me slide this here, slide that to the center, and then I'm gonna give it a little steam, so a little bit of water, toss it on, let everything steam up. We've destroyed our top camera. It happens all the time. And then when I open this, it should be like pretty much perfectly melted now. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, and just like that, we have our burger. Ooh, let me lightly toast this bun, but other than that, toast it for like 2 seconds. In the meantime, I can put away my ingredients. I'm gonna eat the other pickle that I didn't use. Okay, and now we are ready to assemble. Again, this is just like, I can make this, very, very easily. You can doctor this up if you want to. For me, this is kind of just like a lunch burger where it's just like, if I'm kind of craving it, it's like, I'll just eat the burger. But since it is 500 calories, I mean, sometimes I'll make 2. If I'm like after a long day, if I've worked out a couple times, not a couple times, if I've worked out maybe went for a run or something like that, I will gladly make 2. Or a lot of times I'll pair this with just like some roasted vegetables or roasted potatoes. You do frozen French fries. But by making the burger, I mean, again, 500 calories, and it's like, I think close to 40 grams of protein. Like, that's just a great meal that, I don't know, it tastes amazing, but at the same time, it's not gonna kill you in terms of like calories. So like, if you wanted to go out for dinner or like splurge later on, you can. And that's why I like that burger so much. That's how we do it. Again, 93.7 ground beef. It's not gonna be as flavorful. Really what saves this is that nice burger sauce. You get the tang from the pickle, you get the cut of the raw onion in there, and then you get the juiciness from like the mayo, mustard, ketchup, all in one little package. Give this one a shot. Let me know what you think, and catch you in the next one.